I decided to make this video as an answer to a comment of one of my viewers in a recent video about why Conor McGregor lost the epic fight with Nate Diaz. One of my viewers said that he thought it was because he fought with his hands down, which by the way Diaz also did. So I thought I needed to explain to people who favor the standard orthodox fighting style of keeping your hands up when you fight, what are the benefits of keeping your hands down, and why do champion level fighters do it? Well, keeping your hands in front of your face surely has its benefits. Namely, it's easier to block a punch. It is a passive style of defense which, in big part, takes your mind off needing to do much to block. Your hands are already there, so you just make a small adjustment and there you are, blocked. However, there must be some benefits to having your hands down, if several top-level fighters do it. This is what we'll explore today. 1. Having your hands down allows for faster strikes. When there is a constant tension to the muscles, as is the case when you keep your hands up all the time, the strikes are less loose and thus more slow. Also, a punch starting from closer to the chest, kind of like the karate style position, is faster because it allows the more efficient mechanical movement of folding and unfolding the arm, which is not high and close to the face, but low and close to the waist. 2. If you block and then strike, you lose time. It has to happen in 2 timings. 1. You block, and 2. You strike, and hope that your opponent hasn't used this time to retract his arms and be able to block your strike in turn. However, when you slip a punch instead of blocking it, you can attack simultaneously, catching your opponent extended and unable to properly defend. Thus, you tend to land more and more clean shots. 3. A strike coming from low is harder to block than a straight strike. It has the ability to pass through the opening between the blocking hands and, what's more, strikes coming from low are harder to spot due to the line of sight of a man who is blocking with his hands up. This means that your landing rate increases even further. So, okay, all those are offensive benefits, but how do you make up for it defensively? Well, the main defense of such fighters are shoulder rolls and slips. You slip a punch when you try to get your head slightly offline of it, thus making it miss past your head. And as for the shoulder roll, you can click on the icon that just appeared to see a previous video about how to survive a sucker punch, where I talk about what a shoulder roll is and show how to do it. However, my experience with fighting and watching countless fights in my life is that the best defense of a fighter is his offense. There is nothing that better keeps someone from landing strikes at you than keeping them at the end of your strikes. Blocks, slips and shoulder rolls are surely necessary to know, but in my opinion, you should rely in the following order to those defenses. 1. Your own strikes. 2. Head movement and shoulder rolls. And 3. As a last resort, you should also know how to block, as there are some instances when you cannot avoid the strike unless you block it. I hope you learned something from this video. From Yannis Kombatsiaris and the Apocalyptic Knights, have a good day.